If you have a bug out bag or an emergency kit that has electronics in it, like flashlights and radios, then you need a plan that's going to answer two different questions. The first question, how do I keep these devices powered up so they are ready to go at any given moment? The second question, how do I maintain that power for the short or the long-term scenario? In this video, I'm going to share 4 different options to help answer those questions. Stay tuned. You just got to get prepared. When it comes to electronics, the battery is usually the weak link and takes the most amount of work to maintain and to keep going. You can have a great little device, but without this working properly, this device does nothing. It's garbage. So this system I'm going to share with you today is designed around maintaining and charging the batteries so we can keep all of our devices working properly, whether that's at home or if we need to evacuate and leave our home. This system has 3 main areas. The first is how we're going to collect the power, then how we're going to store the power, and then we're of course going to use the power. Today we're going to focus on collecting the power. We'll talk about storage and usage items on other videos. Just to be clear, this is not a sponsored video or a product review. Yes, I'm going to be talking about items as we go through this system, and I will leave links down below for you to be able to check out these items, but when you're in the market to purchase these things, please do your research and choose the best products that are available when you're ready to make that happen. Let's answer the first question. How do I keep my devices ready to go at all times? The answer is this: a power strip that we plug into the wall. Pretty simple, right? We all have these in our homes for our phones and our other devices, but this particular one is going to be geared around our emergency preps. So it's what we're going to use to keep our batteries and devices charged. So what we want to do is we want to keep it close to our bug out bags or our emergency supplies so that in the event of a disaster, we know where these things are. We don't have to go around the home looking for them. They're all with our supplies and ready to go. There are a lot of options out there. Basically, it's just an extension cord that you'd plug into the wall. And then on the other end, you have a few plugs here and then some USB plugs there. So you can take your items and just plug them in and be able to power them. If this particular one has 4 on it, but if you need additional ones, you can put some of these type of plugs into there, and now we have 6. And if we did it again, we could have up to 8. So there's many options depending upon what you're needing to charge. You can be able to plug many things into a little thing like this, or if this one's not big enough for you, you can find a larger one. If the time ever comes that you need to head out, take this with you. You never know where you're going to end up. Just put it into your bug out bag so that if you find a place that you can continue to use traditional power, you would be able to recharge your devices with this. So don't leave it behind. Put it in your bug out bag and take it with you. I have 2 different cautions for you. The first one is you need to understand your devices that you're using. Some of them will say plug them in and you can leave them plugged in. Others will say plug them in and after so many hours or it's fully charged, unplug them. You can still keep them close to the charging station, but it's important to understand what the device is asking for so that you don't ruin or damage that device. So caution number 1, be aware of what your device is asking you to do with the charging process. Caution number 2 is that batteries do go bad. So if you use these in your daily life, you will be able to understand or know if they're good or bad. Say you're going to go on a trip and you want to take some power for your trip. Take one of these with you, use it. When you come home, recharge it, put it back with your supplies, and you'll know that that is good. If you need a flashlight or batteries, again, the same thing. Take them on your camp out, use them. It'll help you to get to know your items better and be familiar with them. And then when you're back home, charge them back up, and you'll know that those are still in working order. The next item is this car charger. Similar to our wall charger where we had USB ports, this particular one has 4 different USB ports and can be plugged into your car to charge your devices. So a lot of us already have these in our cars. I would recommend that you keep one in your car and also have a few different charging cables there to charge things, but keep this one with your kit so that depending upon what vehicle you're in, you'll have this option to be able to charge your devices. The next option that I want to look at is the solar panel. This one actually connects to the sun to be able to collect the energy. It's similar to the other 2 models that we just discussed in the fact that it has USB plug-in ports inside of there. You might be able to see that red light and then the 3 USB plugs there. So you can again take your devices, plug that into there, and to be able to charge them from the solar panel. When it comes to solar panels, there are a lot of options out there. I was looking for one that had two criteria. The first was I wanted it to have a large enough capacity or ability to be able to charge these smaller devices. This particular one is a 28 watt. So that's large enough to be able to help handle some of these smaller devices. But I also wanted it to be compact enough to be able to carry or take with me. And this one has the ability to fold up into this small little package. So even though it laid out quite large there, it can fold up and you can put it inside there. But it also has the ability to charge as you go. So you can actually connect it to the backpack and to be able to charge as you're heading down the road. The last option on my list is actually found on most emergency radios. It's called a Dynamo. You'll see the little handle there, and then as you twist it, you'll see a light come on right there. And that is actually charging the radio. So that's very common in emergency radios. I also have one that is on this little flashlight, and it has the same idea. Just a little handle pops out, and as you start twisting, you can see a light there that turns on. Now, in my opinion, this is the last resort. You don't have a plug, you don't have a car, you don't have any sun, yet you still want power for either a light or the radio or whatever you're trying to power, because this one takes a lot of work. You just start twisting and twisting and twisting, and yes, you do get power, but it takes the most effort. I hope this video has helped you to see how easy it is to be able to collect power for your devices. In the next video, we're going to talk more about the power storage and about the devices a little bit. So I hope you'll join me for that video. Once again, I'd like to thank you for your time, and may God bless you as you prepare every needful thing. Thank you.